The signature CCNC Templar Assassin failed to work out for Evil Geniuses, so this time around they're going to pull out the Lina in a duo with Luna that we've seen before. Panelists seem to feel pretty good about the speed tempo that you can against a Terrorblade. Kyle, you feel the same?
Ooh. Lot already. Incredibly balanced. Maybe just definitely Terrorblade's real scary, especially when against Die, Phoenix, Gapsword, best heroes right now.
Do you feel like both their lineups in Game 1 and Game 2 are like high execution, fast-paced lineup that pretty much have to get off to a good...
Yes and no, because it's not that complex, especially this one. Just, like, hit spells. Land a Sunstrike on Earth, done. They're gonna problem. Nisha's just like he was on that Arc Ward. Kinda has to chill, farm, scale, hit some towers later.
30 seconds.
All right, watch out, Bulba. Coach Kyle's coming through. Hit your spells. Evil Geniuses obviously hit a whole lot of their spells. That Game 1, just a really rough laning phase with the Draw Ranger. Here they've got kind of a similar situation with the Luna, another kind of pushing board that does offer you, I think, a better cushion in that regard, right? Goes late game a little bit better, can fall back with fight and such, but it does offer a similar style in that
begins.
Can aggro tri-lane.
I don't know how I feel about this. It's definitely better with a Luna, more effective, but at this time, it's good to go against the team. You definitely want to. Gonna aggro tri-lane, you've got to do this. Cut the creep. Nisha's actually got a lot of damage on power.
Unless he eats his way through and actually wraps around, he's going to put the damage on the fly rather than the other way around. We'll be able to get impeded.
That could have been real risky off, but well played. You don't want to waste your T. Die in that night, though you lost your lane.
And this is already going to be a rough lane as is, right? Even as he pops the Metamorphosis, you see Crit is really not too scared of him. Challenging him with that big tree that he's holding on to. Nisha's already down to half health.
And more importantly, EG did a great job here. They pulled the lane back, so they'll have total control. This is going to squander Nisha's meta and give them the ability to zone these two heroes on the side. Fly doesn't ward, but instead body blocks the easy camp. This was a flawlessly played opening wave. It's bottom tri-lane.
Beautiful, look at that. The Metamorphosis, it's going to wear out soon. Nisha only picked up 1 CS so far. And in our side lane, we're probably expecting the same thing, right? Where our Phoenix is going to pick up level 3, level 4, and rotate down and try and beat this defensive tri lane. But with the pace that EG's taking here, I'm not sure if they can afford to wait that long.
Surprised actually they stayed down here. I would have liked to see them swap lane. They've already lost this lane. And even if you bring Zai down here or Yapster, it doesn't really matter who, they're going to be so far behind that I don't know if they can recover.
The roll in on Crit, they're going to try and deal with this Tiny, who's already at half health, but they actually turn around and just kill Yaptor almost instantly. Now, Nisha's going to try and go for the Crit kill as well, but he's in trouble. Dove in, last couple of shots, the healing salve will protect him for now, but it's all not going to be worth if he can't actually get away. Good juke. Arteezy fell for it, still going to be nuked up though, and they got the last word out as well. That's intelligence lost, 2 heroes down, even Puppey takes a lot of damage on his way out. Evil Genius is off to a roaring start here in Game 2.
3 heroes level 2 versus 3 heroes level 1. That's all there really is to say about that engagement.
It all comes down to that first wave, right?
All the first wave.
CCNC, well, there's an opening for you. Fairy Fire going to be activated here. CCNC needs one more swing, but Yaptor's not fast enough. He does have a roll. Okay, he stops healing some. At least he does that, but he's going to die to CCNC. The Lina will probably be forced back. Actually, no, he already had a courier coming out to him, so he's already popped a healing cell.
I really feel like, bottom.
That's where it's going to go off. A lot of damage already on our Terrorblade. Tossed over. Fly going to continue to get damage, as well as the tree coming out. If he keeps vision of him, Fly could get another round of intelligence here. At least kill that healing cell, in which they do. Puppey sees an opportunity to go for that squishy support. The magic missile is going to be hit with a follow-up pull in. Now Fly won't be able to make it out.
He double tapped his TP and canceled it immediately. That's such a suffer when you're a no-boot support. He's going to have to walk of shit all the way back to this bottom lane. This really just emphasizes the importance of minute 0 and off. that first wave isn't played as perfectly by EG, this whole game is different, but they're going to have a similar scenario where their Luna will be able to skyrocket in net worth, and Nisha's going to be shut down.
Do you feel like this meta, this current patch, that the laning phase is most susceptible to like this?
Yes and no. I think it's just something we don't see. Yes, but we don't really see this very often. The aggro tri-lanes kind of lost heart. EG is the only team doing it.
Invisibility.
One didn't look so good. Two, much better start. First, try and roam on mid.
Lane as well.
Yeah, so they really need that help for the
Dire's
Invoker.
top tower is under attack.
And the roll in here. See his comp with Bolt Snap on him. He already hit the LSA on the mid one. Yeah. Especially during nighttime, he knows that your spirit could pop out. Even with this Invis rune, it's purely the fact the Absol or Spirit can roll right through the lane. Very defensive.
I'm in a room about to spawn. Job securing the bounties, it looks like, but Nisha's passing.
Nisha pops the Metamorphosis, chases away Fly. Maybe able to get that other bounty rune. It looks like CCNT being chased out. Tornado is going to land from mid one. He's going to run him down underneath the tower. CCNT managed to get to the trees. He'll be okay here. Now here comes that big Metamorphosis Terror Blade who goes for the kill on the Fly. Didn't even get the bounty rune, so Fly can't even say this sacrifice was worth it if he does die. Rolling Boulder is up now, but Yavator is pursue underneath that tower. Meanwhile, Nisha, he's left alone with none of the supports. Crit saw those two supports rotate away, so they're going to challenge Nisha almost immediately.
That was really cool. Arteezy was setting up for a toss back, and instead he spawns the illusion to ensure it can't happen.
Arteezy's trying to solo kill him right now, and he does have the movement speed. That's why Puppy needed to go for that body blocker tree toss. That'll be enough to finish off Nisha. Crit, now the toss back into flight with the last word on him as well. Puppy, he's gonna die as well. This is just a slaughter. Evil Geniuses up 5-1 now.
And I love what Arteezy did. That whole first engagement where the TV was netted, Arteezy just farmed bottom. He denied 2 full waves, and they're just not overcommitting resources up top. As you can see, die under a lot of pressure.
Another round of Fire Spirits. S4 does have a bottle charge, so even if it's a bit too low, he can bottle charge the tree.
This is the danger, not just if you have a Luna tri-lane, but Dota in general. You can't afford to hard lose a lane like Arteezy has 29 CS and 20 This bottom lane is giving next to no resources, and they don't really have the ability to make moves in other lanes. Bosswax is Invoker, and the damage output just isn't there unless they can land the kill right here.
CCNT trying to catch him, but he does have a haste rune. They do have the Tornado to be able to spell that, so CCNT almost common out, goes to the turnaround, tries to blow up Yapzor, doesn't quite have the damage because the LSA missed. Fly managed to get his Q onto him, but now turns on to mid one instead, playing a lot of good damage in CCNT, misses out on the LSA, thought he was going right, but mid one, jukes left instead. Now a top lane, S4, trying to get some damage onto Puppy, trying to deal with that bug at the same time, now that the minus armor is no longer there. Puppy hiding away in the trees, but the Kuchi AoE damage will catch him out.
Feels like the roles are just switched this game. They're the ones dominating.
Avalanche, the toss up in the air. Now he does have the Icarus dive. They did not save any of the... Stop that. Dead.
All things
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant structures are
Nice vision down
fortified.
bottom as well. Chris gonna look to dive. They know Zai is not level 6 and has Icarus dive on cooldown.
Brought the... Find him. Zai turns around, goes for the Fire Spirits, but the Eclipse will make sure no chance of surviving there. Arteezy was a little bit scared, being under tower and taking so much damage. That could kill. I guess we're cancel this. Come on.
with my blade.
Whoa, Midone actually rotates the bot. Hard time efficient silencer. Second kill.
Lowest net worth. Way net worth back mechanic work. Aren't value. I'd say that whenever you make a rotation like that as a mid player, you need to get the kill to make we'll get a little bit of a boost, but at the time, you've got CC in every CC.
One did fake back in. Ran like he was going to the jungle and then pops the ghost walk to run back into RTZ for the two supports. Then wrapping around behind to help out RTZ. They're going to be able to get the avalanche toss up in the air. The last word is out as well. RTZ is almost empty. Managed to dodge the tornado. Turns around, hits the nuke. Zai's going to try and chase him down, but there's no opportunity. He does not have the movement speed. RTZ just chills out on the high ground and collects his hero bounty. Now the top lane, S4, continuing to keep up the pressure. Every single time his support shows up, he puts the bugs on them, looks for the kill, pops his ultimate, and catches Puppy. Now he can just get away from the Terror Blade scot-free.
Mid lane, CCNC takes out Yapstar. 4 heroes, a kill in every lane, and all of a sudden it looks like EG, they've just flipped the script. All of a sudden they're the ones dominating. Really well played bottom by RTZ, like suckering secret zeros in. They go a bit early. They wanted, Midone really wanted to wait for Zai to hit level 6. He was just a quarter of a bar away, but RTZ seemed to be out of position, so they think they can land it, but then there's crit and fly easing around and fly.
You know what I like about this is that it feels like EG took the same sort of strategy from game 1 and just modified it to make it better, right? You have a Luna aggro triangle, better than the Juro Ranger, and you have a Weaver in a 1v1 against the Phoenix, which is obviously much better than the Piranha against the minus armor that Phoenix naturally has. So we're gonna watch this kill, but as we head back into the game, we're gonna see a Zai Phoenix that is super low that RTZ will be able to nuke down. Once again, they pick off Phoenix. Just got his level 6 too.
Radiant's
That bottom lane. So as they find that pick off, they're gonna put pressure on tower. Mid one gonna have to try and alleviate that pressure as best as possible. He's going like he's always putting up the wax so he can rotate around the map faster, but it also means a lot of damage. Be able to rely on that shrine as well.
I was talking on the panel about the 3 supports. Secret, you add into the fact that the Invoker and the TV are this far behind. Where is their damage? They need so many heroes to be able to find kill. The EG heroes just do not have that problem. You have a phase boot, a level 6 crit Tiny to go along with the 3 cores that have all won their lane.
And Evil Genius, this is like the old EG, right? Where they keep their laning phase as long as possible because they know they have the laning advantage, so they continue to play this aggro trap. They continue to keep S4 atop, who's right now, he's just peppering that tower with shot. So while Secret are setting at a bottom, he is getting a free tower. But Evil Geniuses are going to try and fight this one. That's where Mid 1 pops out. Mids gets EMP on the fly. He's the first one down. They're also still trying to chase out here. The Supernova goes down. Crit is going to be caught by the Earth Spirit ultimate as well, so he's going to take the damage over time. That will finish him off. The 2 supports die, but both cores of Evil Genius do manage to get out, and that top tower did fall to the favor of EG.
Like what EG is doing, but I don't like that they tried so hard to get those kills. Just keep CCNC mid. You know, S4 is taking a free tower top. It is not the time to dive a tower. When Invoker is not showing, Prospect only really gives you this counter initiation potential. Your damage output's not there.
Silence are going to TP and trying to help out CCNC. Let's see what he can do. Global Silence and the last word. Well, there's a lot he can do if he has that ultimate up. Yapstar will be silenced for quite some time. They tried to go for the ward. You saw that. Fly wanted to place the ward, get the vision, and be tossed onto the Earth Spirit, but instead it's going to be Midone who receives the toss instead. Fly gets close enough for a few more auto attacks. CCNC is going to help him out there and gets the killing spree.
Plus 16 intelligence for Fly already.
Holy cow. Die. Again. I mean, you've got the mobility on this Weaver to always chase you down on that Icarus dive, and you don't have the attack speed to deal with the Swarm Bomb. Down from behind, Crit places himself in a position. He knows Secret want to get the creep wave off this tower, so that's why he's ready to pounce.
Yep. And it's just so well played by this is that combination of strong lanes, reach, and most importantly, the cores that can move. Both Lina and specifically Weaver are very good at making things happen around the map, and they're fast. Not much time wasted in them. They both have bottle, so when they have map control, the runes give them the ability to stay on map at almost all times. Like, this is the way to play Dota in this patch.
Big modification, right? Because you look at the difference of Weaver versus Piranha, right? Weaver always has an impact in these early rotations. Piranha, it's questionable whether or not you get an arrow or a decent Starstorm. Same goes with the mid lane, right? Templar Assassin needs that blink, needs farming. Arlena can always move around.
And I really like that he went treads on CC. Again, just wait for this thing.
Roll it, gonna catch Fly once again. The two supports trying to set up here this bottom lane and help out S4. Now the Tornado's gonna clip them both, so they will be able to help Yapzor kill the bug. Stay on their high ground.
Dire's top tower is under
Back
attack.
is on. Stick in lane. Possible. Still have all their tier 1s alive on EG grid. Lost all 3 of theirs. 8k gold lead at 14 in his rune spawns bottom, and Yapzor's going to do a great job waiting on the high ground. Sees it with the ward. That is essentially a free kill for the lead.
Fly's gonna come to bottom lane.
Dire's top tower
Seems like our
is
team
under
feels
attack.
like that top lane. Been out in jungle for a while longer. Everyone else on EG is kind of grouping up. They do manage to spot Yapzor here thanks to a sentry laid out by Fly. They're gonna throw out the tree. That's not quite enough damage, but they do manage to get the swarm bugs on him, so he's definitely dead. Tornado out is gonna be able to catch Fly. He's taking a lot of damage from the urn, but it's not enough for the kill.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
For Arteezy. Talking about how he loves chill games. About as chill as death. Trying to kill him once, he walked away with a double kill. Now it seems Penny's going to sweep the woods. Stack top ancients farmed it now. Stack bottom. In the meantime, his teammates finding yet another kill. Even more intelligence. Fly.
They just do the sweep, right? They're sweeping back and forth. This kill squad of evil
Radiant's
geniuses
bottom
making their
tower
way
is
through
under
the
attack.
Radiant jungle into mid. That mid tier 1 tower gone. Rotation.
Yes. Again, it's the combination of wave clear heroes that can play the Weaver, look how bugs the wave, and now you're in the position if you're tower, because once Weaver goes off map, all of a sudden he's threatening middle of 12.
Radiant
You don't know where the tinier silencer are at all times.
Radiant's bottom
3,
tower is
4
under
on
attack.
EG. Kill creep waves in 5-10 seconds of that.
And because you've got a Terrorblade and a Cosmic Smoker, it feels questionable whether or not you can really take these teams in the first play. So it looks like they're just going to give up this tier 2. Nisha's going to go for the push on top lane. Offset.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's all farmed. I mean,
Dire's structures
yeah, he's not
are
shoving
fortified.
waves, but just pick the Miyasha about 2.5 minutes. Feels no pressure whatsoever mid lane.
Global Silence goes down. They're trying to actually finish up this Invoker. They've already got the bugs on him. Laguna play will manage to take him down before CCNC falls. Puppy kick out onto RTC, stopping him from getting the nuke that would have stopped the TP. So instead, he hits that Lucent Beam onto Yapzor, which stops the roll.
4 on his way top. Nisha does have TP though, should be okay.
Instantly. Not being able to, well, I guess he still, because he TPs to Shrine, he still makes good use of.
Who's that tier 2 bottom? That's the thing. EG, they make these plays. Yeah, they might lose a hero here and their CC goes down, but they're finding the trade too. And they get tier 2 bottom. So, yeah, Secret can make plays, but it feels like they're almost always a step or two behind because of the amount of pressure EG's always able to output on the map.
For smoking.
Save the global in that last note. Really matter. They're so far ahead. They have Eclipse. They've got a Yule's on Lina, level 12. They're ready to rock and roll. They have great vision. They know that Secret's
Midland's going to run into a cold snap, already leading out. The Avalanche is going to be dodged there, but the Gold Scepter, what a great silence in from Yapzor as well. CCNC pushed away, swap back in, he's dead. Toss up in the air onto the Invoker, but you can see the rest of the Evil Geniuses, they have forfeited this fight. They're going to retreat to the right, while it's going to be our Tiny, who's run down by Yapzor. What a sick roll-in from him.
Yeah, that was flawlessly played by Yapzor. That was a slight miscue for EG. They took that engagement in the one area of the jungle they don't have any vision. So yeah, they know Secret's there, but with no patience, they just kind of rush headlong into 2 of the best counter initiators in Dota, the Earth Spirit and the Invoker. Not to mention his event, got that aggro swap on CCNC, made sure he would have died.
So this means this isn't the cleanest game. Evil Geniuses are getting twice now a little too over-aggressive, a little bit too greedy when it comes to respect and that team fighting combination.
The other thing is, 4 was all the way top of the team. Much better to make those sorts of moves when you're close enough. Same way when we saw CCNC go down, his teammates were close enough to go help out. Now Arteezy, all alone in the jungle.
He's farming by himself. So Mid1 just sits on top doing the Ghost Walk, and Arteezy realizes, he looks at the minimap, he's like, wait, None of my allies are here.
Yep, and you can see Fly circling that area of the jungle. That's not safe. They have that great lane ward down bottom, and they have another lane ward that sees the mid area and top Radiant Ancients, but there's still easy paths for Radiant to invade and find space in their own jungle, and that's the second time EG gets caught napping in that.
Funny because Arteezy was like, you wanted him hit that top lane, and he said, no, I'm going to be a little bit more conservative in my farming. I'm going to play it super safe, and I'm just going to jungle. Well, now getting too aggressive.
I blame S4 for that a little bit. TP top earlier, and that's not the area that he wants to be playing. He wants to be down here aggressively.
Oh my goodness, that is a global silence. A lot of shot with the last word, still not enough. Midone, he needs to kill the bug. Kill it quickly. He's going to take a lot of damage over time, but thankfully the quads will be able to offset. What a beautiful silence once again from Yapzor. Again, Evil Geniuses. Oh, S4 does manage to get off the time lapse. Can't get hit by that tornado. Good play by him to dodge it. That is a global silence used, and they don't get a kill.
That's the thing. Weaver, he survives, and look at all the attention he drew. 5 heroes now from Secret down bottom. The meta pops, and yeah, you lose your support, but it's space for the Luna. You want Weaver taking this hard farm, playing in the unknown areas of the map. Let Arteezy stay chill, Forest, hanging out.
Until he has his BKB, and then we can reincorporate him in team fights, but for now, it should be S4 who's the one making.
Roche want BKB on Nina and Luna if possible before they take a big clash, because just this, but outside of the Terrorblade, there's some technical Giants fights.
Roll in. Kick out from Yapzor, managed to get the silence onto the Weaver. That's a big one. The tornado goes out. That's going to slow down a lot of damage, allowing him to be able to get the time lapse. Unfortunately, they have the magic missile, but he's getting out of range of that sentry. Has another. Oh, the swap back. Good play there from Puppey, guaranteeing the kill on that core.
Played by Secret. Once again, they're fighting around their own vision. That's critical. 3 engagements in a row now. Secret's warding, or EG's lack of warding, has allowed them to fight. Always have the initiative of the Earth Spirit, the Invoker, and a swap. By Phoenix. At that level 10, the GPM talent starting to tick up.
Now, you were saying before the BKBs are crucial. Assuming that's because lack of physical damage for Secret, right?
There's none. And I mean, yeah, sure, TB hurt you, but they have so many offensive tools to deal with, threaten the terror. He can't really stand up to Alina if he just BKBs his face and starts casting spells.
Secret's going to be caught once again, managed to get the blink back before he's touched, so a good avalanche is going to go down, tossing them together. Yapzor comes in, ensuring that this fight is over. Evil Genius is back away.
Fight. Another ward that
Dire's
catches
top
Chris on
tower
high ground.
is
I
under
mean,
attack.
textbook play from Secret. They're behind. Yeah, Luna's gonna get farmed, but I love how Nisha's been playing well, where he's constantly top area of the map, farming a couple enemy jungle camp, heading back to his own triple, and continuously setting a top lane.
It forces somebody to head up there, right?
Exactly, and once again, S4 is top, and when S4 is top, you know that the rest of the map is relatively safe, and G isn't able to choke you out.
So even though the network lead is remaining stable for Evil Geniuses, Secret are keeping themselves in the
Poker terrible. One, as this game progresses, will become a huge issue, especially with that reflection talent, and all of a sudden our ever really man up to Nisha, especially
Core Phoenix. While it may not be able to bring a whole lot of damage to the table, faster level, or level 3 Supernova, even those are critically impactful.
Ags is going to be up in about 1,000 gold for mid one as well. They're content with this, but still, EG, they have the BKB Luna now. They want to look to find a kill here, maybe a little bit of a skirmish, blow that silent, get Roche, and really want to start putting it to the gas a little.
So all these slip-ups from Evil Geniuses can be forgiven. Well enough to be able to start getting team fights. Tower.
Nisha gets to be. How are you going to take him down if you're EG? You just don't have the physical damage, nor a way to troll him to prevent the stun. So yes, you're going to get a BKB up on Nina moment, but you need to use these now, because if TP catches up and gets his own, I feel like that shifts the momentum fight strength back towards Secret. There you go. 5-man smoke. Find a kill, try and get Roche.
Why it's critical for this smoke to work out. They smoke pop on Anisha. That's a beautiful kill. They can actually get it. The global silence goes down, turns around Sunder, but he's still taking so much magic damage. Yule Scepter toss in the air into the LSA. They should be able to finish off the Terrorblade. Now the swap back. There goes the Supernova as well. Nisha turning and fighting, almost killing us. Finally, the Terrorblade dies, as does the Supernova, but it is still Secret fighting. Mid 1 is still alive and backs away into the mid tier 2 as the damage on Evil Geniuses forces some of them away.
They lost both cores though. Both of their BKB cores just went down. I forgot to like the reflection, and then because CCNC was the one that ended up killing Nisha's Terrorblade, the Venge illusion of him starts killing him as well. He went from half HP to dead just from these uncontrollable, untargetable illusions.
Yeah. Approach. They've done this before where they get the high ground ward. A super obvious one, right? Always going to get sentry, but it's also the first place that support's going to run up to. They had vision, aren't able to get the swap back down onto the Tiny. The toss over. Vengeful Spirit's almost dead, but the silence on S4 is going to prevent him from pursuing. So it's going to be Crit who dies here with the tornado, while the other two are chased away by Evil Genius's Sunray. A lot of damage on the fly right now. CCNC. Oh, the Sunstrike on point, but no levels in the X-Sword, so not enough damage.
Surprised. This one went all the way up for 5 points boss. Usually when I see no one in Miracle play 3, max 4, committing really heavily to this boss Wex. Only 200 gold away from the ag, so even though mid one's net worth is considerably lower than we are used to, real soon his impact is going to jump up.
So the thing we should acknowledge between this Luna versus Terrorblade is that Terrorblade, if they're at a parity, right? If they're an equal net worth, the Terrorblade's just going to dominate this, especially later on.
Especially with the bench.
Luna needs to beat this by having a net worth advantage.
Yes, exactly. And not just that, it's more of a map control advantage. And yeah, they got that tier 2 bottom, but this is one of the disadvantages of the Dire side. If you aren't able to control the Radiant triple camp top, there's no real way for you to force Roche, especially when you're playing massive fight. You can't go into a pit blindly when the Invoker tornadoes are always a threat, when the Absor could roll in at any moment. That was their BKB timing.
Phoenix Egg on the high ground, like, especially with the increase in range on Supernova now, you can throw that egg super defensively around the pit. Swap back in onto CCT, activates his BKB. S4 immediately tries to target that Phoenix during this global silence. It's going to be close call. The Laguna Blade goes out. The Phoenix is almost dead, and S4 is just not able to finish it. So instead, it's going to be the Supernova. S4 backs himself away. They heavily committed to be able to kill that big team fight hero.
So the first fight they lose their BKB with it, right? Now Puppey gets that ward. That's not going to give him another kill.
They're going to be able to jump onto the Phoenix, but it's a Phoenix without Supernova, so it's really not a big kill that Crit got there, trading 2 supports for 1.
That was without meta as well. That buys so much time for Secret. Now the meta is ready. BKB on Terrorblade up at about 800 gold, and all of a sudden, EG's window of victory seems to be shutting ever so slowly. Only a 4,000 gold lead now in cap. I don't think this game gets any easier for them as it continues.
No, certainly not. They need a big team fight to open the window once again for them to be able to take Roshan. Meanwhile, Secret, they don't need the fort, right? They sit back, they continue farm, knowing they've got this very big key timing.
Mid one now, Ag Scepter. So easy for them to find pickoffs, and they know there's no global.
They find S4 in the distance, and he's on the low ground, but he's Shikochi's, and he pops the smoke. Gets away.
Tower saw them because of the daytime, but that nighttime S4 surely going down. But it's a little bit of a misstep from Puppey, not recognized. Broke in that position, scouted out. You get G's the team with the pressure. They're the ones.
Dire's top tower
The Fly has 28 intelligence. I'm not certain he'll be able to play. Get them.
Well, he baits himself. That's pretty smart, but a tornado intercepts a lot. They manage to get the Eclipse out, the swap down from Puppey, so they do manage to save mid-one's life, but the fight is still going the way of Evil Geniuses. They're going to be able to finish off that Vengeful Spirit. The Absor goes down as well. Puppey actually rounds the corner and gets away from RTZ. They don't try and pursue, so he TP's out successfully. What a dodge there, because they just traded support for support once again.
This is critical as well because they preserve the Metamorphosis. He's playing so well, saved his Mantis, saved his Beak. All they want to do is continue to prolong the game, ensure EG does not get Rashad. There's the Sunstrike, the Forge Spirit to scout out. They're playing so smart around this Roche pit, and again, it's all about controlling this top shrine area. If EG can't find kills on this high ground, they're never going to be able to.
The last time we saw this Melina versus Terrorblade, we had an Aghanim Scepter picked up before the BK, well before the BK. Terrorblade here, Aghanim's still not up with our magic new item acquired by the big carry of Secret.
Bottom.
Haste!
Secret doesn't give a damn about the bottom lane. It's all about this mid area. If they can take this tier 1, all of a sudden becomes much easier for them to threaten the Rashad. Again, I don't think Secret's feeling any pressure right now.
Scepter catching the Phoenix, gonna be able to hit that LSA. They throw everything they have, quickly blowing them up. Global Silence as well, making sure there's no tornado to be able to intercept the damage, and they're gonna be able to catch one more. That's gonna be the Phoenix as well as the Vengeful Spirit. Already dead, instant buyback out from our Phoenix. Still has the Supernova, so Evil Geniuses do retreat. You can see Secret are putting a lot into making sure they do not give up Roshan to EG.
Good buyback from Zai. Better to, because if you were not to do so, run immediately into the pit. They do so much damage for an Aluna dies. Again, those kills happen because control of the top ancient. That's the area of the map. If each hold position on, they'll eventually find. It's always unable to play around their lack of vision. They have one ward, which is quite cute. Bottom ancient hill, so you see a bit of that mid wave, but that's really all Secret has to work.
We brought this up earlier. One of the dangers of these lineups is they get the map control, they start choking you out. With that last small little skirmish, not the whole team fight, skirmish.
Dangerous and DD. Want to pick this up and threat Sean or fight Secret, but ready to rock and roll.
Double damage!
On the front lines, they're going to go Brand swap back. That leaves S4 an opportunity. Oh, no, he's actually hit by the magic missile. Didn't get the BKB up in time. Now pops the time lapse. A nuke in from Luna. He pops that double damage and is ready to fight. He wants to be able to go in. That's why S4 is barreling in, trying to go for the backline supports. But now the Metamorphosis and a tornado hits Fly. They look to be able to kill S4. They manage to get the silence on him as well. A beautiful timing from Yaptor that kills another core from Evil Geniuses.
Now it's your turn. Who's got buyback on EG? Weaver does have one available, but no BKB, and you've got to be so afraid. Yapsor's hunting him with his Earth Spirit. Like, as soon as, with no BKB, Weaver's susceptible to just get stunned to death immediately. It's such a difficult game for S4.
And just like you said with EG, Secret can do Roshan super fast and fly as they go into the pit. S4, he didn't fly.
The right decision, and I like what Secret does as well. At this point, you may consider even just giving up the Roshan because you force the buyback, you take the fight. What I think you have to be concerned about now is taking a fight without meta. You cannot lose your Invoker, your Phoenix, maybe another support here and there, because it gives EG now the ability to just barrel down, take tier 2s, and get an item advantage up on their.
So you're saying Secret basically have gotten themselves ahead and they don't need to
Dire's structures
force
are
things?
fortified.
Yeah, they've done a great job stalling the game. Big closing point for each lineup is the cheese agent. They want that second Roshan. Gold that the first one would get primarily, but by the time they're taking these tier 2s, that gold, oh,
Swap back. They managed to catch a big one. CCNC activated his BKB, but he missed the LSA on the mid one. They throw the damage on him anyway. Do manage to get the kill. Puppy gets last worded up, so he's going to die as well. Chased away by CCNC. You can see S4 is looking for more, trying to hunt the Earth Spirit. Unable to catch up to him, though. Straight into the Roshan pit with a buyback, though.
No meta
from
still
mid one. This is the point you're talking about, Kyle. Do Secret actually intercept with meta still on cooldown for 45 seconds?
Up. Afraid. They do have the BKBs up though on everyone but Lina, but he had TP'd to base, so I think they just want to back off, ensure that they're all healthy and ready to rumble. But at the same time, Luna just finished a butterfly. You want to get him ASAP, and this was Invoker, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, the Venge initiating that led to this whole engagement.
What a beautiful avalanche from Crit.
Yeah.
Because that's what frees up CCNC to get off the BKB, because he got near instantly stunned by Yaptor.
Don't know if I can agree with that sort of maneuver. It's so risky at this stage of the game. Secret's doing a great job capitalizing on G's mispositionings and over-aggression, but you don't want to make those same mistakes. And here's EG in that dominant part of the map. This is where they want to play.
But in that high ground, as you said, trying to get the vision advantage. That ward that they're always willing to go for the swap back into the zone once again on RTZ. Managing to get the Shiva's out with the BKB activated. RTZ's not going to try and deal with the Supernova while the Vengeful Spirit, who put himself in that position, will end up dying. Yapzor pursues RTZ a little bit, but Nisha ends up trying to fight S4 instead.
Oh my gosh, they got him.
They got him. Yapzor managed to help run him down with the help of Zai with the big carry dead of Evil Geniuses, and the meta popped. Secret roll into the Roshan.
And I know he has no buyback. He just bought a butterfly. There's almost no way he's got the gold for it.
Mid-bud. He knows that Evil Geniuses need to be able to intercept this. They can't afford the Aegis going into the hands of EG. That's why he's positioned himself forward next to Zai, trying to catch anybody from EG that get too close.
But I love what they're doing.
Nice swaps under there. Nisha back to full health. No need to do anything.
It's all a bit of cat and mouse. It's all about finding that hero without buyback. And you can see so aggressive, they get EG. If EG takes the fight on that high ground, they're going to win it. But Puppy, with that suicidal swap, gets RTZ into a position where he's going to go down immediately. Look at this. And this is all mid one. He's standing outside of the range of the sentry, providing vision. There's the swap into the immediate stun. Flawless combination. Zai's going to zone. You can't go into this fight anymore. Look where the exposition. Yapzor continues. That does not slow, or does slow throw BKB rather. Finds the stun right afterwards, and then Zai finishes the kill. Like Earth Spirit Phoenix, just such a powerful combination.
Such long-range initiation between two. And it's all because that initial damage on RT. They don't even have to kill him necessarily. As long as they force him so he can't pop BKB and turn and fight, then that fight is going to be cleaned up by Secret.
And it doesn't get any easier. TB just finished his own butterfly. Nisha now with the Aegis to go with that item, and he's about to hit level 20. And whether he takes 10 stats or what's more likely, the minus 10 second reflection cooldown, all of a sudden playing Luna becomes near impossible.
That's an awkward one. That'll be a BKB charge down.
Silo. Just trying to ensure his team doesn't push. He has no mana, no...
So, not afraid of forcing some fight. Even with the Aegis, they're going to go for the big off on mid one and nail him to the floor.
Like, board, they get the aggressive pick off, and mid one just being a little greedy, trying to finish that BKB, but that buyback 3 minutes ago has left him pretty much a pauper. Still 1,200 gold to go, and they really want to be able to pick up that item before they threaten tier 2s further.
Don't you just keep going? Like, no Invoker and Aegis on a Terrorblade, it's not a great Aegis hero in the first place, right?
The Venge Earth Spirit combo, though. You're really afraid, because you only have the one hero that's capable of sieging in the... Honestly, you know what it is EG doesn't have a natural front line. Yeah. All these heroes do high damage, but Luna, Weaver, you're so susceptible to just a swap into Earth Spirit Venge stun that you don't feel confident frontlining for your team. And neither support's capable of that either. You don't want to blow the silence on top of the swap. It's just a really rough position for EG to be in. They need multiple heroes down if they want to push for objective.
Critical levels coming in for Secret as well. The next team fight. Flexion cooldown. We talked about how effective that is. Yeah, the Luna anyway. To see fight, and then also the level Phoenix. That egg, when it does explode, manages to get the stun. 4.25 second stun.
Phoenix, I feel like the game usually just because you get to this stage of the game, you have a Shiva's, the Fire Spirit's DPS. As you said, a 4.25 BKB piercing egg stun. This hero is bonkers. How do you fight into this?
BKBs go down to 5 seconds. You get hit stun. Your full BKB there. But we should note, Evil Geniuses, their lineup does not fall off as hard as the previous. Right? Yeah. They still have at least a scaling offlaner in S4 with this Weaver, so it's not just the Luna.
Exactly, and even though they're playing against the Aegis, they're still accelerating their farm faster. Just because, one, the Invoker buyback on top of being fine, but all three cores can shove lanes. Even Crit can if he so desires, so not
Crit's got to get out of there, got to get out of vision, but he's going to be caught by the Earth Spirit Boulder. He was trying to stay ahead of the swap, but instead, Yapzor, with the help of Nisha, will ensure the kill. Look at that. Melee Terrorblade is real terrifying if you put a lag ring on.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Both of these teams are in a position where one misstep from the enemy without a buyback could just be the end of the game. Because it's not going to be about Raxes anymore, Cap. At this point, the first team to get a wipe is most likely going straight for the jugular and taking out the front.
Shiva's
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
builds minimize the physical damage.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It was between that or AC. I think Assault Kuros might be a bit better because I'm capable of buying one, but I'm never upset with Shiva's. Right now, he needs to be able to survive Terrorblade turning to him. He can't just die in 3-4 hits and acceptable, especially when you consider that since he already has the Ags, it's more of this spellcaster style Luna, and it also increases the value of the pressure orb, which is going to be a ways away. We're only on Roche number 2, which hasn't spawned yet, but still.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
See destructive power of that Terrorblade. Again, in melee form, beating down into your super fast S4. Putting some pressure here in the top lane, forcing rotation. Gotta make sure he doesn't get caught though. Dual Scepter comes out. The follow-up stun near instant, but the BKB was activated first.
Very difficult. Mountain, yeah. It looks like CCNC also went for the Spell Lamp over the Fiery Skull stack damage at 20, so he's just going for this pure magic, pure damage build, which I agree with. Weaver, Luna, they're going to provide your physical damage. You need some way to punish the BKB timers getting low on.
And again, that's 1,000 pure damage. Not the easiest to be able to play around.
Radiant are scanning.
There's the BKB picked up on mid one. Roche up in 2 to 5 minutes. Bounty rune spawn, but as we usually see in these sorts of games, Radiant takes the top, Dire takes the bottom. Raw.
For we also that is one of those items. Oh yeah, that looks like that can have some. But how often is our really getting heroes? Because so many times these team fights, he's too afraid of the metamorphosis. Get close.
Not a game Luna feels like Luna can up, right?
Yeah.
It's just so difficult to fight into what the secret has. You can't really catch, you don't want to kill Venge. You don't want to get reflected on.
Oh, nice. Popping a Lincoln there into the swap. The instant stun. Man.
Gorgeous.
Secret got this. Swaps, kill combos into a side.
Once again, he just bought an item, right? They know he might not have buyback. They're going to push here. 2 minutes dead on this Weaver.
Evil geniuses will have to formulate a 4 versus 5 defense here. CTNC laying some damage into Nisha. Now going to have to heal. He does not do the Sunstrike. Melee. You see it? Now you know. It's gone. Second tier 3. Now they do have a tier 2 of bottom lane. Evil geniuses. Maybe forfeit. Oh, Crit's actually going to go in for the avalanche. They're going to try and blow him up. They actually bounce back the Laguna Blade, but it doesn't matter. They managed to bring down the Terrorblade, move forward with this Eclipse. They are going to be able to take Yapzor as well. That's going to be 2 supports down the turnaround. They're actually going to fight this one. They managed to get a big magic damage first onto Luna. Mid one looks for more, and CCNC is just going to wail into the supports. Mid one is actually going to abandon his 2 supports, saying, we got the Luna kill. That's all I want.
Well played by EG there. Secret caught napping a little bit. You can't let your Terrorblade die. We're going to watch this initiation. But once again, real quick on Crit.
Now we're going to look about.
Radiant's bottom tower
Still going to go after Scepter.
Probably hit BKB though.
He has BKB. He should just be able to TP out.
Yeah, I mean, TB was just positioned a little too offensively, and it's so difficult to target the swap onto a hero that gets tossed up in the air. So he just gets 100 to 0, and that's the power of the CTNC Lina. The build.
Swap might have still been a cooldown from the offensive play that they used.
It's possible. If so, then that was still like the same era, right? Where you already have the 1 Rax. Weaver's down for, I mean, Weaver is still dead. They had plenty of time.
Yes.
This is the one downside of the 35 XP talent on level 10 Weaver, is that when you get all the way up to 25, like every single death timer is so long. It's going to be essential as 4 saves buyback for every upcoming team fight. And the next big clash is going to be around Roche.
All right, for the fourth time, these are going to this high ground. Take that same ward, sentry ward combination. Swap back with stun. That's why they smoke up. Look for their initiation. They're going to run into Puppy here. That should be a pretty big off, unless Secret are going to try and fight it. But the Vengeful Spirit is already dead, and Secret will give up hope for this fight.
Again, it all comes down to securing this triple camp, and most importantly, that ward on the high ground. You'll always be able to find moves, and you can't de-ward this if you're Secret without regaining possession, but neither team wants to run uphill into a choke point against the opposing side scrap.
And it also is a good ward to be able to see Roshan intercept it, right?
Spawns right now, but Arteezy gonna leave the pit. They don't know.
For the best. Secret are pushing in. They manage to get the initiation. Blink in, stun in onto CC&C, but Crit managed to intercept with the avalanche, so the BKB goes off from CC&C. They get away with the time lapse on S4 as well. Supernova down. Nisha managed to get the reflection down. Picks up Flaherty. Cataclysm out. Crit almost dies to it, but he's going to be good for now. BKB activated by Arteezy. S4 is trying to get away from Nisha as well. They just need to be able to run out this metamorphosis while getting pickoffs on the supports. One of them is already bought back in Pumpy. The Earth Spirit holds onto his for now.
This is huge. EG is winning these fights because of their massive vision advantage. They still have the ward on the high ground. They still have a ward that sees the mid lane as well. You can't play this way if you're Secret. You need sentries down preemptively because you can't target the Weaver otherwise.
25% of this metamorphosis left. Puppy desperate to force a fight while they still have that damage advantage. Can't really get into anybody. Can't get the swap down. Evil geniuses. They played that movement pretty well.
And I said Lina is building this way for the refresher shard, but he's actually just going to skip that, go for the refresher orb. And I love this decision because it's all about winning that initial fight. If you can kill the Terrorblade while he's meted, Secret's damage output disappears even if he buys back. And the only way EG is going to end this game is if they can do that to either get themselves base buildings or, more importantly and preferably, Luna and Aegis.
Oh, they know where mid-1 is. Managed to get the dust on it, but not get stun out. And Roshan Nisha actually conditions himself for a reflection here. Managed to get the loot up at the same time. S4 spotted some heroes up there. Neither support gonna die just yet. S4 pushing Secret back. They're getting more and more control of this Roshan pit, but Supernova's coming up.
Check out the dire vision. They have another cool ward that's not going to get sentry that scouts out this entire movement from Team Secret. It's all about playing around the Roche. Bounty runes have spawned. Bottoms are still there. Top looks like Secret was able to control them, but at the same time, this is fine for EG. S4 is taking top wave. He's got that move speed Scoochie talent, so he can reconnect very quickly.
CCT gets caught once again by the blink boulder in. He pops a BKB, but it may be too late. He gets the ult off to himself. Cataclysm set up. He's dead. A lot of damage already laid into Nisha, but he managed to get the Sunder onto Arteezy with the reflection as well. Arteezy, they've got to bail him out somehow. Crit is going to try and protect him as best as possible to turn around and clutch. They're going to lay the damage into Nisha. Nisha pops another reflection. Arteezy tries to fight it, but no. He's dead now. Another toss up. They're going to be able to catch Crit. Buys backs. Rolling in for Evil Geniuses. They're going to TP in on Crit to lead things off. They cannot afford to give Roshan to Team Secret, who just want to fight without metamorphosis.
And that all goes down to the initiation. Lina cannot get caught out like that. CC&C gets caught napping, but again, look at it's because of the vision. He sees heroes on the hill, but he has no ability to see the opposing mid-hill. And all of a sudden, there's an Earthquake on top of him, and the TV just does so much damage.
Oh, Yapzor, choose not to. Yapzor's going to try and roll back in. Kick out, going to be dodged. Dual Scepter up, LSA is going to land onto him. Arteezy is going to sink his Manta Illusions on Yapzor. He was looking to be able to get up into the hill, but S4 is going to block him, making sure he can't roll out. That's why the swap comes in. Puppy going to give up his life. Nisha fighting on the high ground, actually already killed him. CC&C is dead from a high ground advantage out from Nisha. Now the dive in. Zai looking to be able to force this fight. Point that the Lina is dead. She is looking to be able to slow down some heroes, but just doesn't quite make it. But a meta popped, plenty of time for Secret to roll into that pit.
And CC&C just gets caught camera locked aggressively, doesn't notice, oh shit, there's a TV with Manta popped on the high ground. He dies in 3.4 seconds or so, and probably didn't even notice it until it was far too late.
And AG not even gonna. It's Roshan.
Huge for Secret. goes without saying, but they're approaching critical mass here, but this is key for EG. Yes, Lina is dead, but if you can keep your racks alive, that bottom tower is still alive, which means that S4 cutting all the way down bottom, you can only go for throne here if you're secret. Yeah, maybe you collect a second racks, but realistically, that racks doesn't mean anything. You need megas or the throne if you want to really be able to push your advantage in mid. Arteezy's caught.
They get the right pick off. Arteezy going to be forcing the BKB. That's all they want out of that. Nisha with his initiation. Look at this. Reflection into the side. That's going to be perfect. They're already delayed so much damage. Force staff after force staff. Arteezy will be able to get back to the fountain. BKB was blown by Nisha as well. Hoping to be able to catch Fly, but as BKB fades, Crit managed to get the avalanche down the top back. Is Nisha going to be caught here? Managed to get the Sunder down. They want to try and kill that Aegis for free, but because of the Sunder, Nisha keeps on playing aggressive. Now the Sun Strike on the Crit. Going to be soaked up by Arteezy as well. As for leading some damage onto Nisha as best he can. Arteezy will poke at him as well. They just need to try and get bits of damage onto Nisha. Don't need to protect their second lane of racks. That is not do or die for EG.
Crit's force staff already paid off big twice, saving 2 allies. They can't afford to lose anyone, but as we said, there's no tier 2 bottom taken. So yes, Secret gets this 1 racks, but EG is perfectly fine with that sacrifice. They wanted to ensure that their Lina's 90+ second death timer didn't result in them losing the game. They're still in this. Bear in mind, TB can no longer buy any items. He is at peak damage output unless he goes for what's currently in his quick black cap.
My goodness, Nisha. Thinking about a Divine Rapier.
I like it.
What about the level 25 talented?
Ideally, you'd get both, and I think you can. I think you go bottom, catch that wave, push, buy Rapier, and just say, look, this is our time to shine. Because if you don't win a fight with this Aegis, you're going to have a pretty much game reset for the next 7-10 minutes. And that gives all of EG's cores the ability to not just have buyback back, but also potentially pick up that item.
Caught him. Mid one. He's almost dead. He managed to get the BKB. Trying to run away. The physical damage is too much. Swap back for Puppy's going to be ineffective. The Yaps are trying to roll in. They've already got the swarm on so many heroes in S4. He's not dying just yet. He's just struggling to be able to play damage into Arteezy. Hoping to be able to slow down these heroes, but Evil Geniuses are all just getting out except for CCNC, who once again gets caught in the Old Scepter. Is going to be slowed down by the Scotty. Will not escape. Another 90-second death timer for him, but it came at the cost of a 1-team fight for you.
You're all right with that. Look at what Arteezy's got queued up in his quick buy, man. This is about to get exciting.
Mind Rapiers all around. The level 25 talent. So this is what I was going to say. Do you consider, if you're going to go Divine Rapier, get the range?
I don't know,
We
man.
see it very rarely.
It's possible.
I mean, because
he's thinking about
it's also the fact that it's like, Sunder, how many times are you really using this? Team fights, if the biggest threat to you is being blown up by this Puritan.
True.
He's going to hold on to it for now and see what happens.
You can make an argument for both, but hey, this is it. I like this move from Secret. Oh, here's the team fighters we saw. One goes down right at the beginning, but you can't mess with Nisha, especially when he's popped the meta. All of EG has to get out. The only downside is they let CCNC die. If there was one person that they want to save, it is CCNC, just because he doesn't have that buyback. Everyone else will have theirs prepared.
Buyback.
And this is great. I like Secret had to start pushing early, and even though Invoker's still dead, now the wave is in a good position. They're going to have 1 minute, 18 seconds and counting with this Aegis, and here we go, by the Rapier. There we go, baby.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
The gigantic damage upgrade. If they take this lane of racks, that's megas.
1 minute to go, Cap. This is going to be the game.
Lina coming up just now. Will they go high ground? Will Secret wait for a mistake from Evil Geniuses?
Dire's bottom shrine.
They still have that Aegis. But if they lose this fight, if they lose this Divine Rapier, I mean, Arteezy has already telegraphed he would love to have a Divine Rapier. He doesn't have to buy one, even better.
Not to mention they have 2 sites of ice up already on Team Secret. One on Invoker, one on Phoenix. It's so difficult for EG to take this fight because anyone that gets CC next to Nisha's, like if he gets breathed on by Nisha, they might just go down. The Venge or the Alacrity. This
Meta comes up right now. Now the Alacrity, and he gets the attack range. Look how far away he is pummeling this tower. As long as they have the vision, they're going to be able to deal with this. How do you get outside of the base of your Evil Geniuses? He's going to be able to hit the racks from the low ground. They just need to be able to get the wave of terror vision every once in a while. to start putting some damage in, but as the Aegis expires.
Now it's sketchy though, because you don't have Aegis, but you have a Rapier. Do you push here? This is tough. All the marbles, they want to get a little bit of high ground vision just so Nisha doesn't get blown up. They have to try 100
Jump in, the avalanche. BKB goes down from Nisha, turns around, gets on the reflection with the sight device, but the Force Staffs are going to be able to protect him. They need to be able to protect Nisha as best as possible. He's down to half HP, and he gets blown up. Blown goes the Dynamite, Terrorblade dead. They're scrambling for the Divine Reaper as best they can. CCC going to be hit by the Supernova as he comes down with the Gold Scepter, and he is dead as well. As for trying to lay some damage in, another beautiful avalanche, locking down the two supports of Team Secret, while Yapster tries to roll through, actually hits on S4, edge get the silence, Puppy hiding away, managed to pop out. Hello, Fly, it's a magic missile stun, and S4, he dies as well.
Who's got the Rapier?
The Divine Rapier is back into the hands of Nisha, but no Metamorphosis.
I think you still go for this. Weaver does have buyback though. Such discipline from EG. CCNCs is not up for 14 seconds. If they can just stall, keep Secret out of the base for another 10 seconds, they might be able to turn this fight around. You kill Nisha, EG's gonna take this game and walk down mid.
But at the same time, if you buy back too late, you give up mega creeps, you may not be able to recover from that. They're gonna buy back now for the Weaver. Lose their range racks.
Has fallen.
This goes back to such a great decision from Secret to take down the bottom shrine before this engagement. It means there's no way for them to get pincered in this position. Plus, they have high ground wards all over the place, totally secure. EG cannot charge up this high ground, even though they use those buybacks. But CCNC, he's going to save his. Very conservative.
That Yapsor, he was he was balling into every single team by Fearless. Now the initiation comes in. BKB going to be activated. They're going to try and take out RTZ as quick as possible. The Cataclysm takes him, but he does have the buyback. Nisha, he's going to become an LSA. He has no BKB. He's taken out. The Divine Rapier on the deck, and Evil Geniuses. They look to be able to grab no heroes. Luna with the Divine Rapier. Yapster holds in. Wanted a Meteor with the BKB, and the Eclipse activated. They're looking to be able to chase out these heroes. Yapster tries to roll in. Hits S4. Beautiful tornado out from mid-one. Look to be able to retreat. RTZ trying to get fighting. He's already dead. Vigil Spirit gone. Yapster dead as well. RTZ slowed down by the Ice Wall, will not be able to catch the extra heroes.
This did no buyback Yapsor, no buyback TP. They might not know that Yapsor doesn't have one if they don't have the timer, but still, 2 minutes now. You have a Luna with Rapier, and here it comes, baby. The walk down mid. Give it another 60 seconds or so, but EG, you've got time. Think about your maneuvers. How are you going to take this upcoming engagement? I don't think you can lose a fight at this point if you do it fast.
Secret, what do they have to do here? In a backdoor? Is it mid-one just running at these heroes, trying to delay them? How do they stop Evil Geniuses?
You don't have enough damage to threaten Throne. It's a difficult spot, right? If you're EG, you have the Rapier. Is that enough? Where you think you're ahead in this game now? Or do you think we need to win the game now? You can approach this two different ways, but at the end of the day, you either go for the win right now, or you wait, take a fight around third Roche. But by then, maybe Nisha's buyback is back. Maybe they get the Refresher Orb. You don't ever want to play against the Terrorblade with Refresher, even if you have
look at mid-one. He's stuck around in this bottom lane, knowing that the creep wave is going to push in, and somebody tried to defend it, and it's Crit. Another Force Staff save from Crit. Once again, mid-one cannot afford to be caught here. Forced to use his BKB out of fear of S4.
This is a great job by Secret, playing aggressively, not just to keep EG in their base, but look at the vision they have there. They want to continue to force EG to play in this space. And wow, that was a fast Roche spawn.
That was a super fast Roshan spawn, and RTZ knows that they can't just go down mid, not against this, tornado, the deafening blast, so he's instead gonna try and get that big objective, get the extra life for himself.
Oh, he finds Puppy's here.
Puppy, don't tell me he's gonna steal this. He pops the BKB, trying to get away. Mid-one's gonna join him with a double damage to the Alacrity. He does so much damage, but he doesn't have the BKB, but a missed avalanche. Now the tornado, looking to try and finish off Roshan himself. Cataclysm goes up, they swap the other out of the pit. Aegis is picked up by mid-one. They intercept the extra life for RTZ. Mid-one, he may die twice here, that's why they pop the Supernova. Radiant Blast, that is a big one. Stephanie Blast trying to push him outside the pit. Back it up. Cataclysm is off, and it's done. It is over. Evil Genius is getting walked inside the pit. Team Secret, they bounce back right when they need it the most, and EG are out of ESL 1 Hamburg.
Goddamn, you called it, Cap. 4.25 seconds? What a play from mid-one. What a play from Puppy. No Nisha. We were talking about him like he's the superstar. They don't even need him. They wipe EG, they take the game. God damn, what a finish.
What a series of events. A double damage protected by